It's finally a new year, and with it, a year's worth of videos to look back on. At the beginning, I think I only had about 230 to 280 subscribers, and now I've managed to get to 1,000, although just barely. Anyways, in this video I'll be going through each month of the year in chronological order. I'll be both recapping and showing highlights for each month when possible. If you end up enjoying this video, a like and comment would be appreciated. Like, a lot. Anyways, since there's not much more to say for this intro, let's begin the rewind. January was one of 2 months where I uploaded only one video, which now may seem like I was being lazy, and I was, but back then I used to only upload one video every few months. Despite this being a Windows Movie Maker video, it's the best performing video of 2022, which is kind of annoying considering how much higher quality my videos are now and how much more time I put into them, but that's a discussion for another day. I also hadn't changed the channel name to 9Voltage yet, and it's one of the only videos without the red border on the thumbnail. Anyways, since there was only one video this month, there's not really much for me to highlight except for this one clip, which I'll play and then move on to February. Now this month was a bit more exciting with 2 videos coming out instead of 1. Wait, don't leave, things will still be interesting, trust me on that. The 2 videos that I released were the Vampire Hunter's Free Survivor / Hunter Guide, which was the first time I uploaded a video less than a month after another since about late 2020. Yeah, my upload schedule may have been a bit bad this year, but at least it wasn't 2020 or 2021 where I basically just neglected my YouTube channel. And the other video was a Dead Slate review. I'll start off with the Vampire Hunter's Free Guide. That Vampire Hunter's Free Guide was the first video I made under the new channel name, and it's the first video of mine to use the red border of Megadeth trademark in the thumbnail. I'll go into miscellaneous things like profile picture, thumbnail, and channel banner changes near the end of this video. Anyways, now onto the second video I uploaded that month, which was the Dead Slate review video. The Dead Slate review video also didn't perform that well at first, but it marks the first video where I learned that my recorder recorded everything at 720p 30fps instead of 1080p 60fps, which is why every video made after the Vampire Hunter's Free Survivor Guide had much smoother and higher quality gameplay in the background. The Dead Slate video is one I kinda like, but I am probably the literal most biased person you could ever hear this from for obvious reasons. Anyways, I've said all I wanted to say, so let's get on to the highlights for this month and move on to March. Now, March was the month where I uploaded the most videos, only one of which being a shitpost upload, so there's quite a lot to talk about this month. Let's start with the first video I made that month, which was also the first Super Bomb Survival video I made in 2022, Stupid Loadouts and Super Bomb Survival. The Stupid Loadouts video currently stands as my 5th most popular upload. It was very obviously a video where I showed off stupid loadouts, and a little less obviously, to those who haven't watched it yet, reintroduced the RAD, who debuted in my tank war fusing video from late 2020. The second video I made in March was the very first episode of free random Roblox games, which currently has 3 episodes to its name. This came out only 3 days after Stupid Loadouts and Super Bomb Survival, which was the first time I've uploaded a video in such a quick time after another. Though, despite the quick time between uploads, it didn't actually perform that well, but it has very slightly more views than Free Random Roblox Games Part 2, which is kinda sad. In Free Random Roblox Games Part 1, the primary game that I covered was Stars Align, which is to this day still closed because it's in active development, so one of the free games can't even be played. I think that's just funny to point out. Next up this month was the Hardcore Healing Experience, which was a bit of a departure from my videos at the time, being a clip montage, which weren't all too common at the time. It also did kinda bad at first. It's the first appearance of the wizard outfit seen in a few later videos and never again also. Just a fun fact, not real significance. Next up is the last Vampire Hunters free video until the literal last month of the year, that being the Vampire Hunters free vampire guide. I don't really have much to say about it. Most of its advice holds up well and I stand by most of it, and there isn't anything I wish I added or anything really that interesting. Like a lot of our videos this month, it underperformed. You know, that applies to a lot of videos on my channel, but that's getting into spoiler territory. After that, I uploaded a quick thumbnail shenanigan, which is just a clip where some guy throws the most obvious black hole bomb ever. Some people may notice that nothing I was doing was ever even vaguely kind of used in a thumbnail. Now this is where this video starts crossing over with scrapped videos and unused content. I was originally going to make a dedicated video to the past few Super Bomb Survival updates and talk all about my thoughts on the changes, but it never came out. I'll save the extra details for the actual video dedicated to scrapped content. Now, the last 2 videos of March are quite an oddity for quite a few reasons. Allow me to explain. You'll notice when you watch almost all of my videos made with Filmora 11, my current editor, I never talk with just text outside of a few exceptions. I almost always use my voice. Now when you look at my pre-Filmora 11 Windows Movie Maker videos, you'll see in the vast majority of them that I always use text to speak. My last 2 videos in March used both Windows Movie Maker and were the first videos to use my voice. The very first being the quote-unquote definitive Super Bomb Survival Wing rankings, which is not good. For most of it you can barely hear my voice because I didn't use Audacity at the time to make my voice actually able to be heard. Yeah, this microphone is barely capable of picking up audio. The last video in March and the last video to use Windows Movie Maker was a credit/gem farming guide, which was the second video to use my voice. My voice wasn't as quiet as it was in the Wing rankings video for most of it, but it's still kinda bad compared to today. I picked the topics of those 2 videos for the primary reason that I thought they'd do well rather than just I wanted to do them. Or I thought they'd do well, and for once they actually did do well. The Wing Rankings video is currently my 6th most popular video and the Farming Guide is my 4th most popular, beating out the Stupid Loadouts video. And that's all of the videos I released in March. Overall, March was the all-time most successful month for my channel, probably because of the many Super Bomb Survival videos or just making plenty of stuff that month in general. But obviously, since that was the peak, things are going to go downhill from here. Once we view the highlights and move on to April, we'll see just how noticeable it is. January had 1 video, February had 2, and March had 7. How much does April have? The answer is 0. I didn't upload a single video in April. The primary reason for this was because I decided to change my editing software to Filmora 11 and was trying to figure it out. Once again going to scrapped and unused content territory, the video I was trying to make was Free Random Roblox Games Episode 2. It's an entirely different version of the video than the one currently up on my channel, so this is the last I'll talk about the old version for this video. I eventually realized I was taking far too long to make it, but I didn't know what else to make instead. Luckily, the next 4 months won't have this issue. Obviously, since there were no videos, there's nothing to highlight this month, so I'll just move on to May. May marks the end of a Windows Movie Maker videos on this channel, with the first Filmora 11 video being R2DA Should Stay Dead and This Is Why, which was a compilation of terrible moments from the many R2DA remakes that are never coming out, this one in particular being Reason for Resurrection. I also showed off some funny stuff from the R4R Discord, which was disaster incarnate. The rest of the videos in May are more so mini shitpost uploads, so I'll go into them real quick and move on to June. A quick Super Bomb Survival funny is exactly what it sounds like. A quick funny moment from Super Bomb Survival. It was just a spike bomb and a TNT crate stacked on top of an invisible pumpkin bomb. I made it to test out Filmora 11 a tiny bit. Next up is literally just raw footage of me doing a no-skill hardcore 5.0 round solo without taking any damage. That's it. The last video is literally just a funny chat interaction. There's nothing else to it. There's not much to highlight since the only thing I can really put there is just the R2DA Should Stay Dead video, so I'll just put this link on the screen and move on to June without anything else. Now it's time to talk about June, which was a pretty good month for my channel, starting with the Retro Studio video. The Retro Studio video did quite decently, with a bit of a slow start at first. It's my first fully voiced Filmora 11 video, but it's a bit sloppy compared to my more modern videos. It's also the introduction of this fella. Look at the bottom left. It's always bugged me when a really cool song starts playing in the video, but you can't find a name for it anywhere, which is why I've always put song names in the description of my videos and created the little music tab that appears at the bottom left of the screen whenever a new song starts playing. Anyways, next is the Air Dash vs Double Jump video. It's quite a short video, only being about 5 minutes long. There's not much of note to say about it. It did pretty decently and that's kinda it. The second video in June was the Grimbo rant, where I talk about why they're pretty underwhelming. I agree with almost everything I've said there, but I want to clarify a few things about it before moving on. One, I think the real reason why Grimbos aren't a threat is because people will obviously be 3 times as careful not to walk into them if they know that Grimbos are able to instantly kill them if they're not careful. 2, in my suggestions phase, I mentioned how each of my free ideas would work with getting disarmed. The way I worded it made it sound like it'd overwrite the whole Grimbo getting bigger thing when it gets disarmed. That's not true. What I mean is these changes would work alongside the disarm effect currently in game unless stated otherwise. After those first 3 videos, suddenly my videos just stopped getting views. Anyways, next up was the Blue Moon Experience, which was just a super short montage of me trying to beat Blue Moon and Floodscape 2 custom maps. The last 2 videos this month were 2 videos I had quite a lot of fun making, those being the Apeirophobia Experience Parts 1 and 2, which both got very little views. They're quite a departure from all of my other videos, but were quite enjoyable. Also, the Apeirophobia Experience Part 2 currently stands as the longest video on this channel, and it came out a mere 3 days after Part 1. I was originally going to make Free Random Roblox Games Part 2, but I got lazy and pushed it back to next month. Speaking of next month, let's go through the highlights and move on to July.
hate that random whistling too. If there's skinwalkers in this game, I quit.
There's one that steals your skin in a different level.
I quit.
Wait, AFK, for like a second.
We're finding the exit.
12 seconds later.
5.
Let's do the quiz.
Distance between you and the victim, whatever cause the monstrosity of the weapon you have at your disposal.
July was a pretty quiet month. I was burnt out after making the Apeirophobia Experience Part 2, so I spent the first half of the month not making anything. This month I created the first version of my channel intro, which was 50 seconds long and obviously ended up being scrapped. I eventually shortened it to 10 seconds. The first of the 2 real videos that month was Free Random Roblox Games Episode 2, which I think was a good video. One tiny problem though, it did bad. Not Apeirophobia Experience levels of bad, but not a lot of people ended up watching it. And if you're curious, yes, this video is an advert for all of my videos that underperformed for the effort put into them. How could you tell? Oh, and speaking of advertisements, this is the first video where I advertised my Discord server. I would segue into an advertisement and it'd be funny, but I won't because that's predictable. Next was one of the more unique videos I've created thus far, being Ruining Roblox Studios with free models, where I basically made Gary's mod at home with the power of Roblox Studio. It was my first live commentary video and it also didn't do that well, but it did slightly better than Free Random Roblox Games Episode 2. Sadly, there wasn't all too much to talk about this month, so let's see what August holds in store after the highlights. Free, it doesn't feel like it's riding a trend like many Roblox games. May make you want to close the video, unsubscribe from my channel, break your computer, and fly to another country. 9Voltage Incorporated does not take any responsibility for any psychological damage, death, or injury caused during the recording of this video. Chicken NPC. My gosh, it's perfect. This is what happens when a nice guy loses his temper. Nah, oh my gosh, the first crash, let's go. A little controversial, but keep in mind that I'm always objectively correct about everything. It's on TV. Let's try this again. Oh, no! Does he do more damage against miners? Look at them. Look at them. They have arrived. Watch the camp. Where'd the rocket go? Now we watch from afar as my work is complete. Oh, Quandale. They respawn. August had 4 videos, the first one being the Roblox Next Bot Experience, which was just a short compilation of funny evade clips. It did alright. It's also the only time you guys should have ever seen him. Next was returning to R2DA in 2022. It's the last R2DA video made in 2022, and the previous actually R2DA related video was made in 2020. Returning to R2DA was just a compilation of me playing a bit of R2DA, with no commentary outside of the intro. It's the last video to use my old intro. It actually did pretty decently for once. Next up on the list is 9Voltage's Humorous Happenings, which is just a compilation of a metric fuck ton of funny clips throughout the year of 2022. It's also the first video where I mentioned my Roblox merch and actually advertised them. I feel like the advertisement ended up taking way too much time, which is why they're way shorter nowadays. No, I'm not going to transition into an ad. You're already in one. The last video of August is a sequel to my original stupid loadouts video, centered around double perk loadouts this time because people constantly kept commenting about double perks in the comments of the first video. It actually saw some decent success, and it's my 10th most popular video, but that doesn't really mean anything considering the fact that only 2 videos not related to Super Bomb Survival, R2DA, or Vampire Hunters Free got over 1,000 views in 2022. Since there's nothing else to note, let's get the highlights done.
Say hello to Loadout 6, the most overpowered loadout in Super Bomb game history.
Alright, I'm gonna cut the shit. September was another month where I didn't upload any real videos, though I did post a teaser for a video still in the works, that being reviewing every Roblox zombie game, which I was expecting to get out before October, but it's been in limbo since September. I also posted me beating Minos Prime with just my fists in Ultra Kill. There's nothing to highlight here, so I'll move on to the last 3 months of the year. October was probably the most fun I've had making videos, since I couldn't do all too much for Halloween last year due to my Acer crap top with 4 GB of RAM being sent off. It never actually ended up getting sent off, we forgot. So I was waiting the Halloween season. Not enough to prepare for October during my hiatus. What? Do you think my hiatuses are because I'm actually working on stuff but end up having difficulties rather than my pure laziness? You're weird, bro. Anyways, the first video of that month was ranking the Halloween skills in Super Bomb Survival, and since it's a Super Bomb Survival video, I will not elaborate. I have no need. Next was Free Random Roblox Games Spooky Edition, aka Free Random Roblox Games Episode 3, which would have come out much sooner if I was able to find a third game to play sooner. It did decently, but since I did not mention Super Bomb Survival, it doesn't exist. This video never came out. There is no Free Random Roblox Games Episode 3. Next is the third Apeirophobia video. I waited 2 Apeirophobia updates for this because the first one to come out after the original 2 videos was literally just 2 safe levels, and obviously that's not worth making a part 3 for. To the surprise of absolutely nobody in the whole entire planet, the video flopped. This was really fun to make, but I feel like there's quite a decent amount of things I could have done better. This would have been a good Halloween special, but it was too early for me to make it a Halloween special, and Halloween Day was too far away for me to just wait. The last video is the quote-unquote real Halloween special, which was just me playing that stupid Roblox Jenga game with a few people from my server since I couldn't come up with anything for a real special in time. Anyways, by now you're all too familiar with what's about to happen, so let's get on to the highlights.
Don't worry, after enduring this for 3 seconds, I too want to kill myself.
If you enjoyed this video, a like and a comment would be really appreciated. guys remember January? Now, imagine that, but again. Even though this month wasn't a full-on nothing burger, I only uploaded one video and it was on the very first day of the month, so it basically is. The video I made this month was the second live commentary video I've ever uploaded to this channel, which was me playing The Hood, one of the shittiest Roblox games ever. You also see, or hear, why I don't do live commentary videos more often. It's a pain in the ass getting the audio right. This was originally supposed to come out in September, but I ended up taking too long editing it, and since October came around, I ended up pushing every non-Halloween video I was working on to November or later. There's actually quite a lot of funny moments for me to highlight since the video was about 16 minutes, so let's get into that. The Hood. Well, that just happened. Still more fun than Dread.
Stop the cap.
Let's see how much I can dodge this guy's bullets. Yo, what the? Don't forget your kicks in your locker. No scrapping in the gym. No jorts. Yo, wait. Go sit. Ooh, what's over? Do not enter. Yeah, it's pretty boring here. Jesus fucking Christ, I feel like I'm looking for YouTube horror games in 2014. They're so much fucking slender. Train away. Watch. Fuck them up. Let's go. How much can I juke him? Not. I like how he's winning. Oh, never mind. That's what I get for being a dick.
Sorry I had that guy kill you earlier, but can you kill someone for me?
That is all. Jesus fucking Christ, what is going on?
A girl.
Bro said a girl. Hit me, bro. Hit me. Hit me. Not you. Hi. Bro, actually fucking hit me. Just hit me once. You're so fucking trash. A fucking blind baby with Parkinson's could do better than you. You're so fucking terrible at this game. Just give a burrito. What? What? Are you trying to actually hit me or something? I think this person has things. We shall duel. Oh hell no, he hit me with that block. What the fuck was that? Now, onto the final month of the year. I uploaded 2 real videos and 2 videos I literally only made so that I'd have hope of getting to 1,000. The first of the final 4 videos was 9Voltage's Humorous Happenings 2 Desperate Struggle, which you guys will definitely never guess the reference to. It had about 50% Death Run clips, 35% Left 4 Dead 2 clips, and 15% Not Those 2 Games clips. Primarily because I was hooked on Roblox Death Run for a bit, because I was burnt out on everything else and couldn't find anything else to play. The last real video I made in 2022 was my Find Everything review, which is the other non-Super Bomb Survival / R2DA / Vampire Hunters free video to get over 1,000 views. I put a decent amount of extra time and effort into it and it seems to have paid off. Next up are the 2 lazy videos, starting with a low quality Vampire Hunters free Christmas video, which is my 3rd live commentary video ever uploaded. It was literally just me playing Vampire Hunters free because I was bored on Christmas night. It's also the first Vampire Hunters free video I uploaded since March and so far my only other non-guide video. The last video is just a Vampire Hunters free shitpost that I think we shouldn't talk about. All I'll say for it is that I'm pretty sure some people unsubscribed because of it. And that's every month of 2022 recapped. Now it's time for the last highlight and then I'll go on to some miscellaneous stuff at the end. I'm here too. There's a bloodstain here. I wonder if this guy's a vampire. Once again, I carry the game. Don't. No! Stop! Shoot the fucking vampire! Dumbass! I have a gun in my hand! I swear, this team is better at killing their own than the vampire. They're actually kind of like me though. I mean, what? Ugh, I love Smoke Bomb. It is such a fun... Oh, you're gonna love this. That's what I get, dude. Or the roaches when you hit them with that dollar store bug spray that's hidden in a completely random alleyway in Yippee City for some reason. Number 1. Before you're truly free from my closeted narcissistic personality disorder, I still have to talk about thumbnail, channel banner, and profile picture changes. What? I foreshadowed this while I was talking about February, so don't be too surprised. The thumbnail border has had about 4 main versions. At first, the tiny little tab was on the bottom right instead of the bottom left like how it was for most of my videos. I noticed it was being blocked out by the video length timer at the bottom right, so I tried to increase its size and it was still a bit too hard to notice. So that's when I decided to move it to the bottom left. It stayed like that until October, where I moved it to the top left like how normal people do it. There's also a few seasonal ones like the Halloween and winter borders, which were just orange and light blue respectively. Next up, profile picture changes. Ignoring the Pumpkin Man profile I had from 2021 and before, the first profile picture was quite basic, just being my character flipped 90 degrees left over a red background with my username. I made a bunch of tiny changes to it over a few months, eventually making this. And then sometime in July I changed my profile picture to the one I currently use most of the time, which I don't feel like explaining, so I'll just throw the image at you guys and call it a day. In October, I decided to change the profile picture to Count Volula, yes, that's his name, with an orange background because, you know, Halloween season. Eventually in November I switched it back to normal, and for a short time in December I made a winter version and used that. Also, I almost forgot about this, but on June 9th I changed my profile picture for a day to the old one but with a variant of my 2015 avatar. And last up for the minuscule changes made throughout this year, channel banner changes. At first it was just an image of Crimson Valley, a tiered obby. I eventually decided to make the first original channel banner, which was an image depicting me and my place within the Matrix. Just kidding, I just thought it looked cool and I liked it. Next was the red and yellowish striped border that I had for a bit before switching back to the Matrix. Okay, I gotta stop calling it that. And that's every single month of 2022 recapped and highlighted. This video was an extreme pain in the ass to make and took basically forever, so if you enjoyed watching me manifest narcissistic personality disorder, consider leaving a like and comment. Hopefully 2023 won't have as many hiatuses or videos that underperform for the amount of effort that I put into them, and hopefully now I can finally start working on scrapped and unused content, so see you guys then. Oh yeah, and watch Free Random Roblox Games episode 2 please. Actually just watch all of my videos from